Woo! Welcome back to the Bradley edition. So, this one we're going to talk about is Irene. Now, she is the baby of the family. Now, why did I choose to go from the oldest to youngest? Well, I don't know. Who cares? Let's not analyze this anymore. She's more better, she's better to talk to. But that's besides the point. So, Irene, now, what I like about her is she's basically like me and I mean this in the sense of, we could have been related. We're so smart. It's stupid. I could talk to her in any way possible, and she understands me. I'm just like, And the funny thing is, I've known her ever since she was 12. She's, oh, shit. Ages. 17, I think. I don't know. I've known her before puberty. That's all that matters to me, in my opinion. I've known her before she was who she is now, so I've literally watched her grow up, even though, I swear one day I was like, oh, little Kayla trying to hang out with, the guys and trying to play with us to, damn, could you give us some fucking space? She kills us. It pisses me off how fucking talented she is in sports. She went from, I can't keep up to, come on, boys, what the hell you guys doing? She pisses me off competitively. And I don't just mean sports-wise. She's I guess the easiest way to describe her, she's basically a tomboy or whatever the hell you want to call her. But she's smart, she's athletic, she knows what she's doing, she knows what she wants, she's driven. She's not like any female that, she's not a typical female in the stereotypical concept of a female, if you want to choose to live in a small-minded world. But she's just different from any female that I typically know and talk to, so that's why I like talking to her. But because I understand that she is smart and driven and she's trying to live her life like I'm trying to live my life, we don't talk. So I'm just like, oh, whatever. So every chance I get, because she's younger than me, I try to teach her some things that I learned that she may not know. But sometimes I'm teaching her things she's like, I already know. And I'm just like, well, fuck you too, because I'm being the older one trying to help mold her and be smarter and think of things differently. And she's like, Ethan, come on, man. You grew up around. You know that I think smart, but at the same time, I know we don't think the same, but we think so much similar. It's fun to talk to her. Now, what I love about Irene is just her energy is ooh, this girl, she got a mouth on her. She will tell you how it is and she don't give a fuck. And that's why I fist bump her every time she does that shit. Because that's me. It's different. Honestly, if I had to say, she's one of the better reflections of me. I would say because she's smart, she's energetic, she knows what she wants, and she doesn't give a fuck what you think because she knows what's best for her personally, because we all try to do what's best for us. No, we don't. We all try to do what's best for the view so people can see and judge us like that. No, what she does is what I do. I do what's best for me personally. Fuck what you see. You don't know what the hell I see. So I can't get mad at her for things because I understand what she's doing, and she understands I understand, so we don't really futile like that. If we're arguing, it's over something stupid or petty, or we're literally just trying to figure out where we miscommunicate. Our arguments aren't oh no, I can't believe you did this. Oh no, I can't believe you did that. It's maybe if I wouldn't have moved this here, you wouldn't have almost accidentally did that, and then that wouldn't have happened, and then we're yeah, that could have been the case. Or maybe if I wasn't tripping over everything earlier in the day, and I should have known I couldn't have done that, but I still tried to do it anyways. And most of you are lost, but she's just I understand this. And even if she chooses to watch this or not, she will understand this. So that's what I like about her, is it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what is said or what is not said. It's just there's no miscommunication. It's like talking to people like me. I feel like my intelligence is kind of a special breed within itself, because there are so many people that just look at me as weird, and then there are just small few people that look at me I could see where you come from. She is one of the few people in my life that I like. That's her. This other little kid that's about 14, I would think of him as my little prodigy, except he takes more of the assholey Joker side of me. She takes more of the serious, I know what needs to get done, I'm gonna get it done side of me, and I'm just you need, the 14-year-old, you need to learn how to stop being less of an asshole and more jokey, and making sure that when you tell a joke, they laugh and aren't offended, because it's not funny if they're not laughing. Because if you want to humor yourself, then just don't tell nobody. And then for her, I can't really, you know what the fuck you're doing, girl. Just continue doing it. And then there's a couple others, but we don't really speak much. But still, it's just it's a small small group of people that understand me, and then everyone else just looks at me like, you're weird, but you're entertaining, so I'm gonna watch you, but I'm not gonna share you. Sure! I'm kidding. Well, yeah. Like, for me to talk to her is basically for me to talk to myself. And I like that because it's less crazy, because, you know, if you walk in on somebody talking to themselves, they're crazy. But if you walk in on someone talking to somebody else, like regardless if it's on the telephone or if it's like person to person, that's logical. That's very logical. Although it's not illogical to talk to yourself if you're trying to figure out what you're doing. And she understands that, and I understand that. So sometimes I like to bounce ideas off of her, but more or less we just kind of casually just coexist around each other. Every once in a while we'll talk and have deep conversations, but her dilemmas and my dilemmas are far and few in between, so we don't really struggle the same, but at the same time we can understand each other enough to be able to give each other tips. And I don't think of age as a reason why not to take advice from someone, because just because they're older than me, it doesn't mean they are having the best advice about life, because sometimes the older people are in worse dispositions than the younger people, and you're just like, I think of people like iPhones or phones or any electronics in a sense, because I feel like every generation, the newer generation, should be better than the last generation, but it doesn't always seem to be like that. But there always is a handful of kids that are bright in that generation, but because most of the generation is so much like-minded, they see them as weird, and they're like, no, you don't fit in. And that's where her little 14-year-old, me, and a couple other people I know, we fit in that group, because we don't fit in with the rest of the generation, but because we were born in that generation, we're kind of grouped in together with that generation. But that generation kind of just looks at us like we're crazy, stupid, or honestly, however we want to act, because it's to play for us, regardless if we'll admit it or not. I know that you do the same thing that I do, but you won't tell me, but you don't need to. So what I love about her is just, she's fucking a genius, and it's not like genius asshole, it's like genius I will teach you. And that's why I respect about her too, because she just doesn't belittle you if you don't understand something. She's willing to teach you. She's slow, she's calm, she's energetic, she's just fun to be around. Like, honestly, I think she's a wholesome person. Personally, I think she's a nice person to be around. Always a well, I can't say she's happy-go-lucky, because there's a couple times where she's kind of dark and depressive. I like that, but that's because I'm a dark, depressive person. But I'm like, no. You shouldn't be that dark and depressed, girl. You're only 17. I'm 21. I have more life experience. Yes, I know you're as smart as me, but still, young missy, you got more stuff to do. You are stuck behind an age and a gender gap. Wait until you get older and say fuck you to the men, because they're not going to hold you back. She is going to do shit in women's field that's going to blow women's mind, because she's not a typical female, because she doesn't look at stereotypes. She's like, I will do whatever I want to. And I'm like, fuck yeah, go. You go, girl. And I will support her 100%, because I know that she can do whatever she sets her mind to. It's just her having to set her mind to it and staying driven to do it. I can understand the fact of getting distracted, because I do too. Like, I will do 1,500 things, start one thing, never finish, start another thing, never finish, and I'll start everything and eventually make my way back looping through. And I understand it's the same thing that she does, but you know, from the outside looking in, people don't understand that. And if they don't work, if their mind doesn't work like ours, and they're just thinking that we're just crazy or we're just irresponsible, stuff like that. No. We did this for a reason. It's pointless to explain it to you, because even if I explain it, I can't guarantee you'll understand. And sometimes it's not worth the time that I need to waste on that instead of wasting it on you. Get it what I mean? You don't, but she will. So I love her for the fact that she's smart and she knows what she wants and she doesn't give a fuck. Because in all honesty, regardless if you'll admit it or not, some people understand this and some don't. At the end of the day, it's all about you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people say. At the end of the day, she knows who she is like I know who I am, and we do not play like you do.